Hey guys, what is up? This is Mr. A. Crizzy here, and welcome back to another new movie review. In today's movie review, I'm going to be doing a film review on this comedy film released in the year 2006. And and this movie is also it's not available anywhere on streaming and digital, so I actually got this movie on DVD like not long ago, and I actually watched it for the first time like on the way to Ocean City, Maryland for like a weekend trip. Like, yeah, that was actually like earlier back in like late February and early March. So I actually watched this movie for the first time on DVD, and this review is on Let's Go to Prison. Let's Go to Prison is directed by Bob Odenkirk and stars Dax Shepard, Will Arnett, and Chi McBride. So in this movie, I'm going to read on the back of the DVD here. So yeah, and this movie is claimed to be shameless, hilarious, and unconventional. Yep. Welcome to the Slammer in this no holds barred, outrageous comedy. When white collar Nelson winds up in the state pen with mischievous cellmate John, all hell breaks loose. From toilet wine to big house beatdowns, it's a side splitting comedy that could only happen in the clink. And yeah, that's pretty much the basic plot on what Let's Go to Prison is all about. So, yeah. And of course, this DVD is also the unrated edition, which includes both deleted scenes and original R-rated theatrical version, cuz we know the theatrical version is rated R for language, sexual content, some violence and drug material, while the unrated version is not rated, of course, obviously. So, So I first heard about this movie like when I was scrolling through Letterboxd for some movies on to see and view to put on my watch list, and after watching this movie on DVD, I got this one crossed off my watch list, and so I know critics haven't really been that positive on this film when I first read about this film, but when I saw the trailer to this film online, it did look pretty funny from the trailers, and so after watching Let's Go to Prison. I'm gonna have to be honest, guys. I think Let's Go to Prison I thought was a pretty funny movie. I thought it was good, and it's also pretty funny in some parts. And sure, this movie does take place at like a prison yard, like a cell, like it takes place in jail, and that's why this movie's called Let's Go to Prison. But on the other hand, some of the humor it was kind of funny at occasional scenes here and there. While this movie's not like the other guys, or it's not like, yeah, because there's hardly any slapstick in this film. Yeah, there's not really any physical comedy here and there. It's almost like it's like one of those comedy films where it has like a different kind of comedy where it's not all completely slapstick here and there. Yeah. But I gotta say, the performances I think were pretty good too, because I always like Will Arnett. I think Will Arnett and Dax Shepard were pretty good in the film together. And I always liked Will Arnett. He's a pretty funny guy, pretty funny actor as well. And Bob Odenkirk actually directed this film from the show Better Call Saul, and of course we know Bob Odenkirk was also on Breaking Bad. And I gotta say, I think Bob Odenkirk does a pretty decent job directing this film, even though I gotta say, Bob Odenkirk actually does a pretty decent job directing this film. And yeah, and of course, and the runtime's only like an hour and 30 minutes, so it's a very short movie. Yeah. Yeah, and of course, like I said, this movie was released not only in 2006, but also in like November of 2006. Like I think from what I've read, this movie actually came out the same day as Happy Feet, like November 17, 2006, which is, pretty interesting. And the New York Times even called this movie a sly, very funny comedy. Yeah, I couldn't agree more, since this is kind of a funny movie in my opinion. I liked it for the most part. Although, like, like some of the humor is kind of cliched, and some of the witty dialogue can get a little like dated at this point. But regardless, Let's Go to Prison. I thought is still a pretty good film. Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, this movie's not available anywhere on digital or streaming, so I had to get this movie on DVD, and I enjoyed it. So overall, Let's Go to Prison was a good enough comedy film, and I'm going to give Let's Go to Prison 3.5 out of 5 stars. If you haven't seen this movie yet, then I say it's a good watch. If you're bored one day and got nothing to watch on DVD, then I say this is a good one to check out. If you're bored one day, then this is a good one to check out. And there you have it, guys. That's going to be it for my movie review on Let's Go to Prison. And that's going to be it for this video, so make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, this is Mr. A. Crizzy saying goodbye, everybody, and that's about it.